It's Week 16 of the NFL, and we'll see Raheem Mostert. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Dolphins and the 49ers coming up next.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Dobbs will get started with a pass. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Dobbs. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Injury on the field, and it is George Kittle who is in some discomfort. Dobbs to throw. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's Dobbs. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he will score. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for
the pressure, too much, and he goes down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. So, 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. In fact, he leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. Now, a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Aaron Banks played his college ball at Notre Dame. Guilty there. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. Dobbs now to throw. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and long. To throw is Dobbs. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Dobbs. That's caught by McCaffrey. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run it for the first time with Elijah Mitchell. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. They'll motion over Samuel. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. On 4th down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This a 31-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. You try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job defensively. They were all over that from the jump. Initially, I thought he was going to break away and pick up something positive, but at the end of it all, he ended up going backwards.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long, and here's Tua. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Niners offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that 1st down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the 49ers 1st down.
Man in motion here is Jennings. They run on the jet sweep, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Joshua Dobbs. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The quarterback had the decision to make, and boy, he chose the right one, taking it in for the touchdown.
The key to this play, Mike, is the decision-making by the quarterback. Get your eyes on that defensive end. If he crashes on the handoff to the back, you pull it, he gets out in space, and he does the rest.
Makes the score Niners 17, Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Now former 49er. It's Raheem Mostert. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On second down, here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off the bootleg, here's Tua. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way home. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job, and that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Moody's extra point is good, and the 49ers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Dolphins offense ready for this next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That one brought in by Berrios. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Tua. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
They'll run. It's out of the gun, and it's Mitchell. The defense stringing them out. No gain, back to the original line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. So after one, 24-0 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowski, out to punt. This one, returnable. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note. He comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He'll find Mostert out of the backfield. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
At the 41-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He'll get this out wide. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They motion a receiver right. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. Now a toss to Mostert, heading left. He'll push forward for about a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Man in motion is Berrios. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
That's good for another Miami Dolphin. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now it's Tua. They'll try to set up the screen to Mostert. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Man in motion is Berrios. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tua. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Jonnu Smith, touchdown Miami. Greg, what a great play call down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big-bodied tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender, and it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. Whoa! And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Oh, yeah. That would qualify as an angry rush, powering his way forward. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. On the ground, here's Mitchell. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, 49ers.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Dobbs to throw. The connection made to Ayuk. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Dobbs. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Throwing, Dobbs. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Here's Berrios on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag. Oh, as costly as they come. The holding call wipes away what would have been a long touchdown. Here's Tua. First down throw there is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. Dobbs. Caught. This is Ayuk.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Tua gives it to Mostert. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Tua. That one brought in by Berrios. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
Throwing again, it's Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To the air again, Tagovailoa. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Tua to throw again. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Pearsall going to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Now Dobbs. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw is Dobbs. In trouble, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A tight end in motion now. On 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down, and here comes 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now, as he is on to punt it away for San Francisco. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That's complete to Smith.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Back to throw is Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day. Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
In motion comes Beckham. They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa. He gets that complete to Berrios. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Patriots come in and get the victory on the road. Cam Akers, 86 yards on the ground. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati, Ohio, to check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Matthew Stafford, strong in the victory, as his guys managed to cobble together their 3rd win in an otherwise dismal campaign. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Devon Achane to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. As we hit the home stretch here, you can see he leads all NFL wideouts in touchdown receptions for the year. Off play action, it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Tua into the hands of Berrios. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. 49ers offense, and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Now it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey, 1st down and more. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Again, it's McCaffrey. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Dobbs now to throw. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Dobbs to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
About 19 yards on that one, and they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Here's Dobbs. Good blocking, and he's in. Joshua Dobbs. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Makes the score Niners 34, Dolphins 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 32-yard line.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now it's Tua. Quickly out wide, it's OBJ. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Hill brought in motion. They'll run straight ahead with Mostert. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll send him over to the left. Tua now on 3rd down. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Niners offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing, Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Here's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Tua. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Here's a 2nd and 6. Man in motion here is Jennings. Dobbs. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Kittle's able to secure the catch and bring up a fresh set of downs, and he was the only tight end in the entire league last year, Mike, to go over the 1,000-yard mark. and he only did it in 65 catches. Here's a guy that is a all-pro player year in and year out, and there's not a whole lot in this game that he can't do.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A tight end in motion now. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Kittle. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's a slant to Ayuk. 3rd and 5. So Kittle comes in motion. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And now it's 4th down. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Niners will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Tua gonna throw. Oh, and this one's gonna wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's gonna lead to a 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Here's Tagovailoa. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing again, it's Tua. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On the carry, here's Mostert. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
That one brought in by Berrios. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Tua. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to...
And he's into the end zone. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Now Mitchell. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The 49ers out for the punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. You'll find Mostert out of the backfield.
Holding offense.
Now Tua. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa. That's taken in left side by Smith. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. He gets that complete to Berrios. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Raheem Mostert, touchdown Miami. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense ready to take over once again. They are moving in on a double-digit win season. A 10th victory on the year to start this drive with first down. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Dobbs now to throw. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First down, San Francisco.
Now Dobbs. Now he'll run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Dobbs to throw. Open man is Jennings. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Here's Dobbs. No one open. He'll drop. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimate.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Throwing, Dobbs. He'll complete that to his fullback. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Here comes Mitchell on the toss to the right. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. To throw is Dobbs. That one incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks, and in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. There's that man again, another catch. Now, 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Tua. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in, and they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. They'll drop to throw. Into the hands of Berrios. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Now, a big 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They snap it to Tua. That one caught by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. From their own territory, what a play on 4th down. 31 yards.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Again, it's Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 5-yard loss on the
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. This one all but over. Here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.